Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video by me, FoxyNoTail, here on the Truly Bedrock survival realm, and I'm in a hole. And the reason I'm in a hole is because I've been waiting for my wheat to grow, because I'm trying very hard to basically do the area around my base, which I've been doing in live streams if you haven't been catching those. But yeah, this area here, which I think so far, oh no, great, we've got another raid. Oh no, this is not what I wanted to start the video. Not a raid, a patrol. We'll have to sort that out in a minute then. We're going to have a fourth pillager captain. That is not what I wanted to do today. I've got things to do, guys. But yeah, I've been working on this, which I think looks really nice. The problem is I keep running out of wheat seeds. So I've tried planting a wheat field, and I run out of wheat seeds to do that. And the idea is just this bit is just literally so I can get plenty of seeds back so I can grow more. But I'm having to AFK to get the seeds. And I can't remember ever having a Minecraft world where I've run out of seeds before. So what I'm going to do today is hopefully make a very quick and easy micro wheat seed farm, which is effectively going to be a wheat farm, I know, but we want the wheat seeds for it more than anything. But before we do that, we need to go and deal with those guys, I guess. Spider, stop it! You're trampling my crop. Stop it! Oh my goodness me, look. Can't have anything around here with all these mobs. I need to do some serious lighting. Chop! Right, here we go. I don't know why these guys always spawn down here. I've taken off my thorns armor. I've got my rubbish armor on so that I don't kill the raid guy with thorns. The captain is what we want, and I really don't want the bad omen effect. So we have to be very careful here, chopping these guys. They appear to be shooting each other, though, which isn't ideal. Maybe we should take a distance strategy rather than a straight-in-your-face strategy. There we go. So we just want you in a boat. Very good. Excellent. Now we've got to get him all the way from here back over there, which is not an easy thing to do. We've done it loads of times. Oh man, I really didn't want to have to do it again, but why not, I guess. Stop trampling my crops! It'd take me ages to put all this here. I know it's not, perfect, but it's... Look, you're right next to a lantern. How did you spawn? Ah, this game. Sheeps and cows eating me grass. Look, clear off. Shoo. Go away. This is farm, not for animals. For fox. Fox, not animal. Right then, pillager dude, in your boat. I have all of the necessary equipment I need to transport you. I've even made myself a pair of plain diamond leggings because I didn't have some. Hopefully I'll survive a little bit longer against this guy. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get him to follow me back to base, hopefully. I need your boat, mate. Can I have your boat, please? There we go. Thank you. Right, you follow me, sir. Follow me. We're going to get you in a box with your friends, okay? You'll like it. It'd be very nice. I want that. Out. Then I want my rail and some redstone torches and a minecart. Thank you very much. Go on then. We got things to do. Can't stand around here letting you shoot me all day, can we? Come on. Chicken, get out of my wheat field. It's not for you. My goodness me. Come on, dude. Pathfinding skills 101. Up the hill. Easy does it. Here we go. Look, your friends. Your friends are here. Now, these guys may be able to see me now that he's here because that seems to be how this thing kind of works, but hopefully they won't. Oh dear, I put that in the wrong place. Let's build you. I should have done this first, really. I should have built this up first, shouldn't I? Let's get it all in place. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Can you get in the minecart? Thank you. Just put your lid on. I need to... Hang on, sir. I haven't quite finished with your lid. There we go. We can have a rest while he can't see me. Whew, nearly there. That was a lot easier than all the times before when I did your ideas. You know, when you told me to use boats and minecarts and water streams and all the other crazy... and leads and all the other crazy things you did, that took seconds rather than minutes or hours, which is a lot better. Okay, so like I said, the plan for today is to make a micro wheat farm, or a micro wheat seeds farm is what we really want. I guess the wheat will be a nice byproduct from that. I guess the first thing we need to decide is where we're actually going to build it. Now that we've got this farmyard style base, we need to think about where it's going to go. Now, I'm going to have my storage silos around this area, so we don't really want anything over here. And it's only going to be small, so we could perhaps make like a little barn for it, or just a little, not like a little barn like that one, like a really little barn, or a little shed or something. Maybe down around this area, that could be okay for it. Or we could actually do it slap bang in the middle of the wheat field, like a little storage house inside the wheat field. I don't know if you noticed, but my little wheaty natural looking area over here, we've got all sorts of like little piles of wheat or hay bales made from wheat and leaves and stuff around here to make it look like the farmer has gone around gathering a little bit but hasn't really done a great deal in terms of putting it away. So I guess we could do that. So what if we build like the thing just over here randomly, and then we can build the wheat field around it? I think that would look quite nice. So this will be the spot. Okay, so I think I've got a good idea for a design. I was going to just build it off camera and see how it went, but I thought we could probably do this together. I'm going to start with the grass block there, and we probably want a chest just down there like that, and a hopper going into that chest there. I think we're pretty much done. All we need to do is, he says, confidently packing his redstone away because it's going to be so good. We need some wheat seeds. Got one. Let's hope this works then. So if we flick that on, the water should spit out, but the bone meal should as well. Oh, have we got a dodgy chunk over here? We have got a dodgy chunk over here. I don't think it grew, did it? Did it just get eaten? Oh, it'll go into the chest, won't it? Of course. Idiot. Right, we need more than one wheat seed then. Let's grab some of this. Please don't lag. Supposed to be working really well. We'll just have to stand on here, and it should. Oh, you saw a bit of wheat there. It should grow if there's no lag. Oh, we got some. Look, we got 8 pieces of wheat. This system's going to just run out of wheat seeds, though, very quickly. Got a couple of pieces. Oh, it's kind of working. There we go. Look, it's working. It's a little bit slow, so it's a bit laggy, but it is working. So we should be getting more wheat seeds back than we're using. Right, we'll do a couple of minutes rate test. That's exactly 1 minute, and we've got 57 pieces of wheat. Now, it's been pretty laggy for the last sort of 40 or 50 seconds, so we've not quite got as much this time, but it's still coming through. It is coming through slowly but slowly, and there we go. Tom Tiz has joined the realm. There's a big lag spike as well, yeah. Suffers from lag a little bit, this design. That's 2 minutes, and we got about a stack and a half of wheat. It's not actually the wheat we're bothered about, it's actually the seeds, which we got about, well, we got over half a stack of seeds. So it's not perfect, but it kind of works. Okay, so in order to make things lag-proof on laggy realms, redstone stuff, what you need to do, when you've got something like what we're doing, we're trying to fire the water at an alternate time to the seeds growing. So we want the water to fire only after the wheat's grown, so we need those 3 to fire at the same time, and then this one to fire afterwards. And this design kind of works like that because the observer's getting the water to turn off and on again in the same tick that they're firing. So it kind of works if there's no lag. But the way you can do it on a realm, which is particularly laggy, is to use a system like this that can only fire one thing at a time. Now, I know this isn't dispensers, but just for the sake of a visual demonstration, you can see those pistons are firing separate to each other. There's no way they can fire at the same time. And I know that's relatively slow because that's a comparator clock system. But the other way we could do that is we could use a similar thing to what we've got going on there. If we can find some more sticky pistons. If we grab our sticky piston and our redstone block like that, which is effectively what we've got over there, but this is on the side, and we put a couple of pieces of redstone dust there like that, we can now have a repeater coming out of that side and a repeater coming out of that side, and they're going to alternate. So if we do exactly the same thing with our pistons like that, they're still going to alternate, but they're going to go a lot faster. So that's effectively lag-proof what we've got going on. The issue over here is the lag isn't actually caused by the piston that's going up and down. It's the observer that doesn't see it fully each time, and also the dispensers don't click properly each time. It's the dispensers and the observers causing the problem. Okay, using that same system then, we can use this first repeater to come straight out of here and power this dispenser, and we can use the second one, although I've moved it to the front of this piston just to make life a little bit easier with the redstone, to come across and fire all of these 3. Now, I don't know, I think we probably need a bit of redstone there as well. Let's fire that, and we'll see these 3 pistons will all fire, and so will this one as well, but they'll alternate. So that might work for us, it might not. The problem now is, though, because we don't have the observer, the water's not going to get taken away and dispensed on the same tick. Let me show you what I mean. If I put the water bucket in there and then turn this thing back on, because there's no observer, the water's actually going to stay there a lot longer, which is fine as long as the wheat grows in time. So let's grab our hoe and let's grab some wheat seeds and see what happens. Oh, we need some bone meal as well. Right, that's our dispensers full of white dye. I'd say white dye because I've just made some more of it as usual. Whenever I make bone meal, I seem to somehow make white dye. We need to turn the water off so that we can actually till the soil down there, which doesn't have water next to it, but it should be okay for this test. Right, let's turn the system back on, and then let's stand in there and let's bone meal away and see what happens. Yes, look, it's growing fully every single time before it breaks. Now, this system's not going quite as quickly as the other one was, but it's a lot more consistent, so we'll probably get more wheat back over time, and I think we should do a test on that and find out. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And there we go. That's 2 minutes, so I'm going to stop. Let's turn off the clock. And let's look. We got well over 2 stacks that time, which is a lot more than we got before. In fact, we got nearly a stack more than we got before, just for running this for 2 minutes, which is the same amount of time, which means even though this system effectively goes faster if we listen to it, although the water's not... Oh, I took the bucket out, didn't I? I was going to say, even though this system effectively goes faster, the lag on the server itself causes it to run slower because the wheat doesn't grow every time, which means that a slower system like this gives us more. So this is what we're going to build, so we need to tear that down and start again. Great. Well, there we go. We have a fully functioning micro wheat farm. It's not quite as micro as I would have liked, but it's perfectly good. And I have changed the redstone slightly from what we did over there. I've gone back to having a vertical piston. Still no observer. In the upwards position, it's going to fire this dispenser, which is the one with a bucket of water in it. And in the lower position, it's going to fire these redstone lines, which go into the blocks underneath the other dispensers so that they fire with the bone meal. And the reason I've done it that way is because, first of all, this isn't going to interfere with the hoppers, so that it's not going to block the bone meal from coming down. And second of all, this block here is actually a stair block, and that's got water in it to keep the tilled dirt, as tilled dirt basically, and it's going to stop it from drying out, which means we've had to come round it with the redstone. And I know technically you can do kind of underwater redstone now, but this works perfectly well. And it means we can have a floor over all of this and make it look quite nice. There we go. We now have Chuck in place, who is getting us some wheat, and I am just building up the sides of this barn, or this little shed. It's not going to be massive. It's a bit of a weird, well, I say a weird square. It's a bit of a square, which I don't really want. I want it to be a little bit of an unusual shape, but I'm going to start it off as a square and work my way up. Now, I'm going to make it mainly out of trapdoors because I think obviously they look pretty good for a shed wall, and also I think they'll look quite good on the inside. But I've put them on the outside of the block, which I'm not overly happy with. I'm going to put them on the inside of the block and see how that looks instead. Okay, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is the build is coming along quite nicely, and we now have lots and lots of seeds and wheat thanks to Chuck's AFK. The bad news is we're completely out of bone meal, so we can't actually get any more. So that's not ever so great. But yeah, I'm liking how this is coming together. It needs still a lot more work doing to the outside. It still looks a little bit weird, but it's getting there. It kind of looks a little bit like a shed. Again, it doesn't have to look absolutely fantastic because this isn't the main part of our build. It is just to disguise a farm. Now, there's something weird going on with the roof I don't really like that I need to sort out. I think that looks a lot better than it did. Still missing a couple of fence posts, but yeah, it doesn't look quite so horrible, the roof. I've also added a bit more texture to the walls by using trapdoors on the other side of things. I've also put some stairs and bits here to make it look like things have been patched up a little bit, and I've put some doors on the front as well. And I think it's looking really good so far. I'm really happy with this little design. What I do need to do now is actually work on the landscaping around the outside to make it all fit in, which shouldn't be too difficult, he says. So, yeah, I'm going to do that next. Okay, so it's not all fully grown, but it's starting to take shape. I like the look of it. I've added, obviously, more wheat into the wheat fields. I actually really like it when it's sort of half grown as well. I think it really adds to the variation, but unfortunately it all will grow like that, which isn't a bad thing. I kind of like it like that. I've added some other sorts of blocks in. I need to do this little patch here. I haven't worked on that yet, but as we walk around, you'll see I've added like a pathway in here, which allows us obviously to walk back up to the house. It's a bit more of a janky path than the structured sort of stony type one we've got over here. So this one's a lot more structured, obviously, but that one's sort of like just a quick and easy route down to the little cabin to get whatever we need from the house. Yeah, I think it's coming together well. I've bone mealed a little bit as well. Obviously, all this area needs working on as well. It'll hopefully all blend into each other at the end of it all. Let's just take a quick flyover and see what it looks like from above. And all the wheat's going to unload, so it's going to look weird. Yeah, I like it. It's coming together nicely. Another thing that I said I wanted to add into the area on one of the live streams was like a little stream running down. I think it could be nice to be running down sort of from here, maybe on this side. I was thinking just then we could actually do it where I've just planted all of these seeds coming down here. That could be quite good. But that's going to be right in the middle of the main wheat field, which is going to be round there. So I think maybe the stream coming down and behind this could actually look quite good. Obviously, I haven't done any of the garden stuff from the house yet, but the idea of this was the house is going to be here. And we're going to have like a nice garden with a fountain area from here. So maybe we could have like, I don't know, the water coming out from the fountain maybe and coming over the edge, sort of just cutting down through this little bit of the hill here. That could look pretty good. So I'm going to give that a go. Whoa, there's a big hole there. I'll give that a go and see how that comes out. And digging over to this lake here, which is just behind the cabin, I've just found more water that's just been covered over. And I'm pretty sure I heard drowns a second ago. So I'm going to have to fill all these in to stop drowns from taking over our base. But yeah, this is basically the path I've just cut out. It's a little bit sharp. It's a little bit jagged. We'll widen it up and smoothen it off. Smoothen? Is that a word? Smooth it off a little bit to make it look a bit better. But that should be quite nice running through there, I think. Well, I can definitely hear a drowned round here, but I can't see one. So I'm going to guess there's more. Like water under here somewhere. I don't want to make a massive mess of this though, but I can't tell what direction it's coming from. Oh, here we go, look. Here we go. Here's the little drown party. These little lakes that just fill up, it's so annoying. I must have spent more dirt this season filling in holes like this since drowns were added to the game than on anything else. All that terraforming and stuff I've done, I bet I've spent more dirt doing this. I bet any money I've done that. Okay, so I'm starting off with like the base of this stream, which I'm doing with mainly mossy cobble, a bit of cobble, some gravel and some andesite. Now I'm just throwing in some cast dirt. And the idea here is just to make the bottom of the river look like it's got a bit of like a jaggedy, pebbly bottom. I suppose it's not a river, it's a stream, isn't it? So more like a brook or something like that. So that's what I'm going for. Whether or not this will look any good once I've got water in, I've got no idea whatsoever. I guess I just want to make the side of this look as natural as possible. So a bit of gravel there, maybe a bit of cobblestone with another bit of cobblestone next to it, and maybe a bit of a block lower down like that. Maybe we have some cobble under there and a cobble slab over here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all looks. I don't want to go crazy. Maybe even bits of wood down the side could look good as well. But I don't want to go too nuts with it and make it just look like really overly done. But I think just a few bits here and there on the side will look good. Okay, I think that looks pretty good for the start of a stream. The other thing I want to put in here is some sea pickles, but if I put them in before the water, I think the water will actually wash them away, I think. I might be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure it does. So I just guess I need to fill it up with water now. There's a cow in me river. Clear off, cow. Get out me river. Man, when you're working outside, it's always night time. I think, yeah, there's definitely merit to working underground in the fact that you never know whether it's day or night. This thing is permanently full of mobs. But I'm nearly done. I'm just adding some more lighting in under the water just to make it look a little bit more ambient and to obviously stop drowns spawning. But I'm really happy with how it's come across so far. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not trying to spam these too much, but I do want to keep it overall nice and light in there. Now, other than a good night's sleep, what I really need at this point is lots of bone meal, and I have none. I don't know where I'm going to get some more from because the mob farm's dead, and I think Slack used a lot of it, although there should be still a lot of bones over there. So I'm just literally looking through my chest, scrounging, see what I can get hold of. And here we are at the laggiest place in the world, and for some reason the furnace, the ray's been left on, so let's turn that off. What's that been smelting? Is that, oh, glass and stuff, I guess. Right, bones, please. Please tell me we've got a load of bones somewhere. Oh, bones, look, a full thing of bone blocks there. Thank you very much, Slack. That'll save me a job. And one of these is surely full of bones. Please tell me one of these is full of bones. String, hardly got any of. Oh, bones, look. Oh, bones. Many, many bones. That's good. Oh, good. We're not short of bones then. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal a whole thing full of bones and the bone blocks box that Slack gave me. And I'm going to put an empty sugar box back there. And I'm going to go and hopefully the world won't crash as I leave. I can't fly, though. I can't fly. Okay, so I'm just doing the last few final touches to this little stream area before I go and build that little tiny bridge. And then we're probably pretty much done for the day. Now, I'm going a bit crazy with the bone meal here. I'm probably adding a little bit too much in and not in enough other variation. But for now, it's just to just to give it a little bit of life. So I will come through at some point and add in all the different types of blocks and mix it in with other stuff as well. But just for now, to get an idea of how this is going to look, I just want it, just want to fill it in a little bit, give it a little bit of, real life. And I think it looks really good. This path down here looks good next to the river. I really like it. So all I'm going to do now is a very, very basic little bridge, which is just going to be a few spruce slabs just going over the bridge like this. And there we go, a very, very basic little bridge. We could probably add a little bit more decoration to it or a little bit of variation on the wood. But to be honest with you, it's just to serve a purpose of getting over the river. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything fantastic. And it really isn't. It's absolutely fine. What I will do, though, is just add a little bit of path stuff coming away from it and obviously to it as well, just so it makes it look like this does actually get used from time to time. And then that is going to be us absolutely finished for the day. It's been actually quite a long day. I don't know whether this is going to be a long episode or not, because relatively speaking, I haven't done a great deal in terms of going anywhere, but I've actually done quite a lot. A lot of hours have gone into today, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. And there we go, a little path just over to the bridge. Very nice. We could probably pop a lantern down somewhere as well. Or a campfire, I think, would look good in this area. I've been carrying this campfire with me for ages, thinking that'll look good in this area somewhere. But I've not actually put it down yet. Maybe we could just have it down here next to the river, and it could be like a little campfirey river bit. And I don't know why I just broke that, because we'll put it on top. Or we could have a hay bale underneath, making the smoke go even higher. Let's see how it looks. Let's do it. Campfire there. No, that's not a campfire. That's a lantern. Thank you, inventory, for switching back. There we go. There's a lovely campfire rising up next to it. Nothing next to it to make it look particularly interesting. But that'll do. I like it. Very, very nice. Okay, so I was just doing a little bit of work on my wheat area, and Prowl logged in and said he had a shulker box full of wheat seeds that I could buy off him for 9 diamonds, a stack of diamonds, which actually isn't that bad because you get the shulker box for free as well. And at the moment, I am pretty much running very short on seeds. So, Prowler's thankfully come along. I've now used over two shulker boxes worth of bone meal in the shed. So, I'm running out, and Prowl's just having a look at what I'm using all of this wheat for. So, hopefully he's impressed. It looks like he is. So, thank you very much to Prowl. I believe the goods are in here. Let's just check that he hasn't stiffed me. No, he hasn't. That's good. Excellent. Brilliant. Right, we can shoot off and get planting these wheat seeds again then. Hurrah. And just before Prowl turns up, obviously, I got creepered while I was typing to him. It seems every time I type to anybody, a creeper sneaks up on me from behind and gives me a jolly good boom in my ear hole, which is not ideal really, but there you go. Well, it looks like Prowl's helping me do a little bit of mob clearing as well. Or he's just having a good look around, maybe, I don't know. So as usual, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do please leave a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!